Like RIT does have strong facilities, and I think a lot of what we expect when we come to school is to be able to use that and that kind of access. And without that, I don't know that the extreme amount of tuition is really worth it anymore. There were a couple that were asking for tuition like school-wide on Pawprint, but I also wanted to make something kind of more pointed towards the College of Art and Design because I feel like just art in general learning is a very hands-on experience, and it doesn't really translate well into an online environment. Really, for me, I'm paying a lot of money to be here, obviously. I think most people are. RIT is definitely not a affordable school by any means. And what I'm paying for with that money is a lot of that comes down to facilities. And when I'm not having access to those facilities, I feel strongly that I shouldn't be paying the same amount. And it was particularly kind of hard for me the second when we had the extended spring break. I came to campus and I wanted to just do some inkjet prints, so I had them to work with over the online session. So I came in and tried to get into K-Labs to print, but all the doors were padlocked. Same with ESP, but there was no notification that went out to the students about that. And I also heard that the grad students had access to this, but not the undergrad. So it just seemed like kind of a poor communication, and didn't seem to be a lot of respect for the undergrad students and what we're paying for. I had seen kind of similar ideas floating around in the news from other schools, and there was a push at I think the College of Royal Art in London, and students felt really that they weren't getting the education that they had paid for. And so I felt like it'd be beneficial, if nothing else, just to get the kind of the word out at RIT that we feel like we're maybe not getting what we spent all this money for, you know. I think the signatures are anonymous. I'm not completely sure. So I was surprised that people weren't really willing to even just sign that. But I think a lot of it boils down to people not spreading the word or like telling other people. So I think that is kind of where it comes from. I might refresh the petition, but I think a lot of students are fearful about kind of like spreading the word or supporting it because they feel like maybe the school will retaliate in a certain way, or they're just fearful about being perceived as like kind of standing up to the administration in some way. But I feel like it's an important aspect of the college experience, and being a student, you should be willing to stand up to the to your school if you feel like you're not being treated respectfully. If you see the petition, like sign it, but also just reaching out to the administration and telling them how you feel in a respectful way, and like how you feel that this has affected you, and maybe how they're handling it hasn't been good or what has been good. I think communication is important. And also, I think it's important that a school respects its students in a certain way, and I haven't really been feeling that through the handling the COVID. So.